So I did my glucose test yesterday, and I failed by 3 points for the 1 hour one. So then they just drew my blood, and then that came back today, and I passed it. Oh my goodness, I would have been so mad if I would have had to do the 3 hour one, because like the likelihood of you failing the 3 hour one to where you'd have gestational diabetes with only failing the hour one by 3 points. Like there's been people that have failed in the 200s and then completely passed the 3 hour one with flying colors. And then especially with like what happened last time I had to have blood drawn after not eating or drinking much. I'll link the story time in the eye, but I was not about to risk that again. I was terrified because I was like, they're going to draw my blood 3 times. I'm not going to be able to eat. I get really, really nasty when I don't have enough food. Like, I turn evil. I'm not kidding. It's bad. I'm getting kind of hungry right now. Probably should eat so that doesn't happen today. Okay, so I love that the scanner's on. You know, I can turn it off. I just don't, because then I won't turn it back on. Okay, so before the scanner ends up turning back on, I need to go ahead and finish this. Come here, Zella. This weird situation going on here is because I'm sitting in the living room with my dog. But I'm about to be... Really? I'm about to be leaving for my graduation dinner. I don't really know what it is or what we're going to be doing. All I know is that I'm going, and my grandparents are going with me because I can only bring 2 people. And my mom is out of town right now, and Lee is at work. I don't know if I've ever said his name in a video. I probably should do a video introducing him. Oh, and I find out if I get my cap and gown today or the day of graduation. Which, like, keep in mind, I'm not sure if it's going to fit me, if I'm going to be able to walk in it, or any of it. I'm really hoping mine came in today. Because I guess like half of them came in, half of them didn't. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take you along with me, but this is like the due for the event. Besides this is just a tank top. I gotta put on the dress, but it's at my grandparents', which is where I'm headed next, because I'm just going to ride with them. Oh, baby update. Okay, so I went to the doctor's yesterday for my like 27-week appointment for my glucose test and everything. I failed the 1 hour one by 3 points. I'm just gonna try to talk over the scanner. So they drew my blood, and then I got the results today that everything is fine. I'm good. I don't have to do the 3 hour one, which I kind of already addressed, but I was kind of nervous about that. I was kind of just summarizing. The baby's heartbeat was good. Another update is that my boob, one boob, is leaking. Like, that's kind of TMI. All my pregnancy ones will be like that. But it's leaking, and not bad, but like enough to be annoying. And I should probably get like the nursing pads, the like reusable ones. That way I don't destroy all my bras. I'm gonna do that before this week is over, hopefully. It's not that bad to where like I'd worry about like leaking through. It's just not ruin the bra. And I'm hoping for what it has leaked so far that it'll just come out in the wash. If not, I'm not that worried about it because like you can't see it. So it's not like they're my nice bras, which is another thing. I was gonna wear one of my new nice bras today, and I can't because my boob is leaking. And again, it's only one boob. It is my right boob, not my left boob. I don't know what that one's doing. It's just not. Like, I'm not really surprised. I've always had it where like one boob was doing something and the other was not. And it's typically, my right boob is like, how do you compare it? It's like having 2 children. Like, one's more active than the other. And that's literally how I feel like they are. Like, for some reason, I'm more comfortable with my right boob than I am my left boob. I don't even know how to explain it. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why. And so it really doesn't surprise me that my right boob's the one to leak. I can leave my belly button ring in. I was worried about us gonna have to take it out because I got the pregnancy one. And I don't have to take it out. I may eventually. My midwife said it's more of a personal choice. She said I might have to get a longer one as I get further along, but it's more of a personal choice. Ooh, we talked about birth plan and stuff like that and the different options. So after my birthing classes, I'll kind of develop some sort of birth plan. I told her, honestly, none of it's like a set in stone thing, and it probably never will be, because I'm more of a go with the flow. I just want to know the options before it happens. So there's gonna be a lot happening within the next like 2 months, and I have a lot of prepping to do. Oh gosh, there's only a day left of this month. What? May went by like, April went by like, March dragged. March was literally it dragged so bad. And I feel like April and May just, whoop. And I'm so happy that it's getting warm out again. I have needed this heat, which is crazy to say as a pregnant girl, because I feel like heat in pregnancy just doesn't work very well, which is true. I love living out in the country where you're not supposed to have a lot of noise, but you still end up having a lot of noise. I've lived in town and I've lived out in the country, and I can tell you what, I deal with more noise out in the country than I do in town. I mean, it's different in a city, but I'm talking about like in a suburb. Is that what it's called? Like neighborhood? I literally have such an issue with terminology. I need to like do some studying on vocabulary. I'm really enjoying this weather. I'm loving the heat. It's been like in the 90s and I'm like, yes. And I think it's partially because like my car's air conditioned, the house is air conditioned, so like it's fine once I go inside anyways. And I just like being out in the warmth and the heat and the sunshine, and it's just, my mood has literally gone so much better. My doctor was like, you seem a lot happier. And I'm like, oh, I know. It's not just that. There's like a lot that's going on. It's just like, good. I mean, there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes that I'm not really going to talk about because I don't want to, private life. But there will be another life update that'll eventually happen. I kind of just like play it by ear with like how I update things, because like I just don't feel the need to put everything out there, especially because I feel like a lot of people just don't care. Oh, I talked about my sleeping issues, and she said something that like amazes me. I literally love my midwife so much. Like, I don't know that I like love the process of everything like at that building or whatever, like how that, what is it called? I don't want to say like company, but like group. I don't mind the actual like employees. I don't know, the way the system is or whatever. I don't really care for the process of all of it. However, I literally adore her. She is just, I don't know, I would trust her with my life. I'm trusting her with my child's life. I'm trusting her with our lives. Well, yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Guess I really am literally trusting her with my life. But like, I don't know, like her guidance, her input, her opinion, it matters to me. Like, she just is so educated on everything. And like, you know what? I've met a lot of doctors that just, or like not just doctors, but like a lot of people that are supposed to be professionals at what they do that aren't fully educated on what they do, even though they have the education, like the degree or whatever. And she's just, I don't know, like up to date and like knows what she's talking about. Like, I really do thoroughly trust her. So like we talked about pediatricians and stuff like that, because like these are all things I need to be thinking about. And I don't know, like if she tells me to do something, I'll do it. But let me tell you what, if someone else tells me to do something, I'm not doing it unless she says. She must say. Okay, obviously I'm not that dramatic about it. But like, I just genuinely trust what she says over everyone else. And she just really sees eye to eye with me, I guess. Like, I don't think I could have picked a better doctor. A better, like, baby doctor for me. A pregnancy doctor, I guess. Because, like, even though the rest of the people she works with are really good, I don't know them, actually. I guess I shouldn't say this entirely. I'm sure the other ones are great, too. It's just, like, you know, you gotta have the same general views as the person that's, like, your doctor. And I didn't realize how important that was until we were talking about pediatricians. And, like, you know, there's different ones for if you don't, like, the different views, especially because a lot of the times, like, a new mom has can have very strong views on things like breastfeeding or not breastfeeding or immunizations or not doing them, things like that. There's certain doctors that you will or will not get along with due to your views on them. because, you know, they could have different views. And so it's better to just be on the same page with your doctor. And I just feel like me and her are very much so on the same page, I guess, if that makes sense. So, like, I trust her so much. Which I guess is really good. That makes me feel a lot better about labor and delivery. If she was, like, out of town or something, I'm gonna be nervous because I just genuinely trust her, but I don't know. I mean, everyone she works with is great, too, so. Because I've talked to a few of them, and, you know, they're within the same group, so I trust it. And I'm assuming they communicate somehow, so she'll be able to say what she thinks, and I guess that's something to talk to her about if she's, like, for some reason she couldn't be there, but, you know, honestly, I don't see that happening, but if it did, like, I don't know. They all know more than me, so I guess that doesn't really matter. I think I'm gonna end it because I gotta get going. So that's kind of a little update. Oh, the sleep. I forgot about the sleep. I talked about my sleep issues, and she said that, the Mariana was leaning towards my spine. So she was asking if I was having, like, back pain. So I was like, oh, yeah, I actually am today. She was like, oh, that's because she's leaning towards your spine. I'm like, oh, great. We talked about, like, the different pains and stuff, and, like, getting up and moving around, and to be careful with certain things, and why certain pains happen, and when they can happen, and things to expect, things like that. The reason I mentioned that before is because that does affect your sleep. So, like, I was wondering why I, like, always sleep through the night. And, like, as I get, that's cute. It's a good look for me. I usually sleep through the night, and, like, as I'm getting further along, I'm not, and I haven't been getting deep sleep. I don't know what it's called exactly, like really, you not knowing terminology, I'm pretty sure you mention that in almost every single video. But, I'm not getting the deep sleep that I normally get, and it's been making me super grouchy. I think part of it is because, like, the bed I was sleeping on at my grandparents' is literally 20-some years old. That is older than me. So they got a new mattress for their house, and then I'm not staying there anymore. So, there's a little sneaky peek of what's going on. But I'm back in my own bed, which is nice. And so I thought that would help, and it did a little bit, but, like, I'm still not sleeping very well through the night. I think it's partially because there's a lot of adjusting happening right now. It's just been, like, I've been constantly having to readjust, and I just feel like that's probably not the best thing to do while you're pregnant, is make a lot of changes like that, but it's all for the better anyways. Plus, you can wake up and stuff if the baby's uncomfortable. Like, if you get uncomfortable in your sleep, like, your body will let you know. So, like, different positions that you're laying in, if it's, like, doing something like raising your blood pressure, dropping your blood pressure, cutting off oxygen, things like that, your body will let you know. So that's why, that's, like, part of it. Stop trying to get up on the couch. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think this is? I love you. She's spoiled, because I was going to leave, like, an hour ago. But I wanted to stay with her, because I love her. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Oh, you want to say hi? She's like, no, Mom. Let me see. Trying not to get lipstick on her head. She's annoyed with me. Okay, but back to the point. I have never heard this before, but, like, I totally believe it. So I was like, I don't understand, because I know a lot of people that, like, literally sleep so much, and then they get pregnant and have a baby, and then, like, I don't understand how they adjust, like, so quickly. And it's like, because your body slowly does it. I mean, I don't know if this is for everyone, but I know this, like, totally makes sense for my scenario. Like, my sleep has been slowly changing, and, like, a lot. Like, slowly changing drastically, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, to where it feels like it's preparing for the baby to be here when you don't get much sleep. And I've been sleeping more in sections than all at once, which is kind of what you gotta do when the baby gets here. So I'm thankful my body's doing that, even though it was kind of making me nervous, and a little irritated, because I was like, well, I'm not gonna be able to sleep when the baby gets here. I want to be able to sleep before. No, because your body is gonna get you used to being exhausted and drained and prepare you, so that way it's not as bad and it doesn't hit you like right when you have the baby. I mean, it's still gonna hit you, just not as hard if your body prepares you for it. You know, preparing for impact. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this update video. I don't even know exactly what to call this or what this is gonna be called, or if it's gonna be thrown into a vlog, or who knows. I don't know. Wow, recognize these? If you saw my maternity haul, you do. Wow, I kind of look like a hippopotamus, but whatever. I got these shoes, and then if it rains too bad, I'll just change into my flats. The final look. This is getting all sorts of twisted. I actually got this from Claire's yesterday.
Hi.
We're all dressed up.
Yes. We're going to Kat's graduation lunch and dinner.
Lunch? Dinner, but okay.
Supper, whatever. Last supper.
My last supper, am I dying?
Oh, high school.
That's true. Okay, so I'm definitely sitting on my bathroom floor because I don't want to wake him up, and like I don't want to go all the way downstairs to try to find a like convenient place to sit. Plus, I feel like the lighting isn't that bad. It's not like insanely uneven, whereas downstairs it probably will be. That and this house is kind of creepy at nighttime downstairs because like there's not really curtains on a good portion of the windows, and I don't like wearing pants. And I figured I'd end this video like the same day I filmed it because like why not? I have a bad habit of like doing parts of the videos that I do at different times, and then I completely forget, like, and then repeat things, and it's a pain to edit, and just very, like, not put together. Graduation dinner. Okay, so I didn't bring you with me because, like, I just felt so uncomfortable because I didn't know what was happening and different things. Like, I knew very, very little about this event. Like, I didn't know what we were eating. I didn't know how long it was. I didn't know how, like, what order things went in. I didn't know if I needed to bring anything. I didn't know anything. Oh my gosh, that's really loud. It's not gonna be a tornado. Well, I was gonna say, if you see a tornado, if you see this completely just the roof get blown off, but you wouldn't, this would go to. That'd be hard to upload, you know, because this would probably go whoop. We're like 3 minutes into this video and I have not actually talked about what I need to talk about. So, the GPS took us down multiple closed roads, and usually my phone picks up on that. It didn't in this town. And then there's so many one-ways that you like get stuck. Because it'll be like, it's closed here, and these are all one-ways, so now you're stuck. And there's very little warning that the road's closed, and you don't know where it's closed, if it's closed before or after your turn, because you know you don't live in this town. So once we got there, we actually got a close parking spot, which is nice. So we go in, and it was just like really awkward, because like, I didn't know what to do, and I don't know. I don't do well with situations that I don't know the play-by-play, like, you need to be here at this point, do this, do that, do this. Like, you know, it's kind of like when your teacher tells you gotta write a paper, gives you, like, a few directions, and they're like, okay, good luck, and it's like, I need more than that. You can't just, this paper goes so many different ways, and I don't know which one's the right one. And the best part is when, like, you put it in anyways, because they say, oh, well, anything really works for whatever it is, like the topic or something, or how you write it, whatever it is. And then they're like, oh, well, if you had wrote it this way, I would have given you an A on it. And then it's like, I asked you that. I'm nervous that's how college is going to be, because it's definitely happened to my friends that are in college, and I'm like, if that happens to me, I'm going to lose my coconuts. Yeah, I guess I could also make boobs. Moving on. But I ended up getting my cap and gown, which is really exciting. I'll enter in the pictures. So I think it was the principal and the vice principal. I know it was the vice principal, but I don't know if the other one's the principal. But they gave some sort of speech, and typical graduation speech, I'd assume. Except this school's typically for someone who has more of a bumpier path, I guess you could call it. I would say the majority of the people that go there probably have had a rougher high school experience and have dealt with a lot more in their young lives, I'm quoting him, than a typical high schooler. But that's not to say that other high schoolers haven't gone through just as much. We just took a different path about it. And that's not to say that someone that's gone to a normal high school didn't have it harder. Like, it's just we took a different path. You typically wouldn't take this exact route without having a bumpier situation, I guess. Bumpier circumstances. And then we ate the salad and the dinner portion, and then for dessert they had like cookies. There was a photo booth, and then they did like they called them senior portraits. Where they take a picture of you and then you'll get it in like August. And I'm like, yeah, because that's gonna matter then. You know, I guess it's nice to have, because like I'm not having senior pictures done or anything, so especially because my window is literally like shaking. Oh my gosh, it sounds like I'm in a roller coaster. The food was pretty good. I mean, like, I'm a pretty picky eater, and I'm very spoiled as far as my family makes a lot of homemade meals, and they're just like really perfectly made. Food was good. It just like, I didn't know what to expect. I thought there would be some more options and it wouldn't be as strict, like the proportions and like just different things. It was a little weird, but like, you know, whatever. The actual place that it was at was extremely pretty. Like, I like how I use the word extremely and then I just say pretty. Like, I don't say beautiful, I don't say stunning, I say pretty. And like the lights, it was just a really beautiful, elegant vibe to it. That was pretty much about it. I guess I just wanted to summarize it like that. I turned in my last time log. I got my cap and gown. I will get the rest of my stuff at graduation, which is less than a week away, which is crazy. So it's a little update. Updatey. I'm done. I don't know if I'm actually editing this or like putting it into something else. So if so, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a wonderful night. I'm gonna take off my makeup and go to bed, and I really should have gone to bed a while ago, but oh well. Bye.